We did.
I don't know what made me decide to stay and help them, but I did, and I'm grateful that I did.
Visai and his family eat at a park. Yellow ribbons and flags line a fence.
I believe in a higher power. To me, it was my higher power that saved me and was able to give me that strength to save another family's life.
Text: the Lahaina fire took the lives of 102 people.
I'm grateful to say that I am a survivor, and we know that Lahaina will be rebuilt and Lahaina will be back for many, many years to come. And to all those that survived the Lahaina fire, just keep fighting, don't give up.
Graffiti reads, "We are Lahaina strong." The sun shines through clouds over the grassy island.
Icy roads caused a mile-long pileup on a Texas interstate.
I'm trapped, but someone's gonna find me.
I knew people were hurt. I wanted to go back in there and help.
We're gonna make it out of here.
Survival Mode, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
The national finals roll on with the best ninjas in the world.
I'm all giddy and excited. I cannot wait.
Oh, it's gonna be close!
American Ninja Warrior, Monday on NBC and Peacock.
This is NBC4 News at 11.
And we begin tonight with the family of an innocent driver who was killed in a wrong-way crash in Santa Ana. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. 2 people died in that multi-vehicle pileup last night, including the wrong-way driver. Dashcam video captured the driver's reckless moves just moments before the crash. NBC4's Tracy Leong is live in Santa Ana, where family gathered for a vigil to remember the woman who was killed. Tracy.
Yeah, Carolyn, the collision happened here on Main Street. The woman killed has been identified as 32-year-old Leticia Placencia Alvarado, and her family tells us that she had just left work and was 5 minutes from home when she was struck by that wrong-way driver. Dashcam video captured a car heading the wrong way on Main Street in Santa Ana Monday evening, barely missing a head-on crash with the car recording the video. Moments later, security video from a nearby business shows the same wrong-way driver slam into oncoming traffic, hitting 3 cars, killing another driver who's been identified as 32-year-old Leticia Placencia Alvarado and himself.
We have a lot of questions. What happened with the guy? What was wrong with them?
Alvarado's family devastated by what happened.
We still have questions. We're still asking why would he do that? I mean, that was very dangerous. I don't know if he was going through something.
Police identified the wrong-way driver as 29-year-old Jorge Andres Delgado. A family of 5 were in another car, including 2 children ages 11 and 1 who were uninjured. A woman who was in the third car was not injured. Friends and loved ones of Alvarado gathered near the site of the crash, bringing flowers, balloons, and lighting candles in her memory.
Very outgoing, very brave, very smart, and she always advocated for others as well.
It was a time that, it was only her mom, her brother, and she was always taking care of them. She started working at a young age to provide for them. She was always there for them.
Alvarado had recently gotten married. Her husband and cousins understandably still in shock by her sudden and tragic loss.
Smile. She's always a good person. I'm always gonna be loving her.
It is sad, when you have someone that you love so much and then within seconds, she's gone. It is hard.
It's unclear if drugs or alcohol played a role in the crash. The family of Alvarado has set up a GoFundMe page to help with burial costs. Reporting live in Santa Ana, Tracy Leong, NBC4 News.
Tracy, thank you. Take a look. We caught this dramatic rescue tonight at the San Fernando Recreation Center. A woman is stuck inside of this chimney, and News Chopper 4 captured it all the moment firefighters pulled her to safety. Crews were called to the building on Park Avenue just before 7:30 tonight. You can see them using ropes, ladders, and a harness to pull her out. It took them about 30 minutes. A crowd gathered around them to watch the rescue. One person told us the woman was walking around the park yelling and then all of a sudden somehow got up onto the roof.
I don't know how she made it up there, but next thing we heard is she was just kind of dancing around, making, just making noises, laughing, joking. Then before we knew it, we turned around and now she was trying to climb up onto the chimney that's there. And eventually she somehow lost control, or I don't know if she did it intentionally, but she fell into the chimney.
The fire crews tell us the woman was at least 3 feet deep inside that chimney. She was conscious and alert during the rescue. She was airlifted to a hospital and is expected to be okay. New here at 11, Las Vegas police have released body camera video and audio clips of their interactions with Shane Tamura. He's the Manhattan shooter who grew up here in Southern California. Tamura lived in Vegas, where he worked casino security. Records show, though, that he was also the subject of 2 mental health crisis interventions, one in 2022, another in 2024. And then last week, he entered the lobby of a Park Avenue high-rise and started shooting with a semi-automatic rifle, killing 4 people. Tamura had a concealed weapons permit in Las Vegas, but it appears he bought the rifle from his casino supervisor. Nevada has taken several steps since the mass shooting in Las Vegas in 2017 to limit firearm access to people who pose a danger to themselves and others. Today, police chased a group of suspected thieves from Woodland Hills to South LA. Investigators now believe they may be responsible for some of the recent burglaries in Encino and around the valley. NBC4 Investigates has been tracking the uptick in burglaries and the concern in these communities for weeks now. Investigative reporter Eric Leonard explains the possible connection.
Well, our law enforcement contacts tell us this may be one of several suspected burglary teams or crews that could be behind some of those burglaries that have residents in Encino and other parts of the valley very nervous. The group today of at least 4 men driving a Tesla did not know they were being watched when they allegedly smashed their way into a home in Woodland Hills. This is video from News Chopper 4 of workers examining a smashed window or door in the backyard of the home that was burglarized this morning. It happened around 10 a.m. south of Ventura Boulevard near the Taft High School campus. And according to our contacts, undercover officers from the LA Impact surveillance team were in the neighborhood and saw it happen. After the break-in, the alleged burglary crew was followed onto the freeway, then into LA, where uniformed officers were called in to stop the car, but the driver took off. There was a high-speed chase. It went through Mid-City, then south along the 110. Eventually, it ended near 98th and Wall Streets when the fleeing Tesla crashed into a parked car and the men inside ran away. At least one of the men was arrested near the scene of that crash. Then the LAPD brought in its search dogs. They were able to arrest a second person a little later on. Now, our contacts tell us this is part of the LAPD's response and efforts to stop this recent series of burglaries in Encino and in other parts of the valley. They say this group is also suspected of burglarizing homes in the San Gabriel Valley, including in Arcadia, Burbank, and Glendale. Detectives are still working on the case right now. They've served some search warrants. We expect to learn much more in the coming days. I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard, NBC4 News. Back to you.
Let's take you outside right now. This is a live look from our camera atop Mount Wilson. You can see the view there. It's a little murky, and that's because air quality still an issue in Southern California and will continue to be so as those wildfires burn. Meteorologist Shauna Mendiola here now with a check of the forecast for us.
Yeah, and if you can see and smell it, of course it's there, but sometimes you can't see it or smell it. We want to let you know that all of our air quality is impacted from that wildfire smoke. So right now out the door, still a very mild evening in Glendora, but yes, that haze is still here. And what happens here during the evenings is that smoke starts to settle closer to the ground and you are able to breathe that in. So tonight, recommended that you close the doors and the windows, run the AC or the air purifiers to keep your air clean, because we have a wildfire smoke advisory that continues all the way through tomorrow. Would not be surprised if this is extended till at least Thursday or Friday, as long as those fires are burning and that smoke lingers into our area. So main areas where the air quality is going to be the worst is those inland spots. So Ontario, Riverside, as well as those mountain spots. We are watching your air quality and looking at the forecast for tomorrow. Some areas areas have unhealthy air quality for everybody, and that includes the Inland Empire. So we're seeing the red right now. Ontario Riverside, San Bernardino, that's where we've got the worst air quality. It is not just for those that are sensitive to it, it's for everyone in your area. So please take it easy. Also limit your time outdoors if you can. If you're near the beaches, we still have some smoke in the air. It's at a moderate, but we just want to let you know that we still are monitoring some of that smoke in the atmosphere. Could be bad for your lungs if you breathe that in. So take it easy there. Also take it easy because we've got some heat coming. It was hot today, but it's going to get even hotter tomorrow. I'll have details in your 7-day forecast. Carolyn, back to you.
All right, we'll see you shortly, Shauna. An investigation is underway in Long Beach after a man was found dead in the Alamitos Beach parking lot. Long Beach police tell us that someone reported seeing a man unresponsive in the back of a truck. Officers broke the windows and discovered the body. They believe it had been there for some time. It's unclear how he died. The man accused of hitting and killing a 9-year-old boy with his RV has been charged with vehicular manslaughter. News Chopper 4 was above the spot where Jimmy Pittman was arrested last Thursday on suspicion of DUI. He's accused of hitting 9-year-old Nadir Gavret and his 19-year-old brother. The brothers were riding electric scooters in Koreatown at the time. 9-year-old Nadir died. His brother was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Pittman pleaded not guilty in court today. His bail was set at $230,000. The man accused of a shooting after a crash outside an East Hollywood nightclub appeared in court today. Efrain Villalobos pleaded not guilty to charges of assault with a firearm and being a felon in possession of a firearm. He's accused of shooting Fernando Ramirez last month after police say Ramirez drove his car through that crowd, injuring 37 people, 7 of them critically. Police said when Villalobos shot Ramirez, he was no longer harming people. Villalobos will be back in court August 15th. We are counting down to the LA 28 Olympics, and today President Trump took a big step toward preparing for the Summer Games. The president signed an executive order to form an Olympic task force. He was joined by Vice President J.D. Vance and LA 28 President and Chair Casey Wasserman. NBC4's Conan Nolan breaks down what the task force will do.
Flanked by his vice president and key cabinet members, President Donald Trump this afternoon signing an executive order establishing a White House task force on the 28 Summer Games in Los Angeles. And